I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome to tonight's board meeting. Board meetings are generally held on the third Tuesday of the month. The Board of Education is a body of school district residents elected by the community in charge of conducting school-related business. The meetings are conducted under the open meeting law, but are not open forums for the community. That being said, visitors to these meetings are to conduct themselves properly and with respect to any other individuals at the meeting. The Board of Education reserves the right to remove any individual for improper display of behavior or inappropriate language. The Board of Education will have a period of time to vote the visitor requests following any board presentations and the approval of minutes shortly after the opening of the meeting. Individuals wishing to address the board will be permitted to speak up to 3 minutes. A total of 30 minutes may be allowed for public comment. If we have any visitors tonight, we'll go over the guidelines a little bit more closely when that time comes. Carl, could you please do roll call?
Ms. Harding? Here. Mr. Hyde?
Here.
Mrs. Thompson?
Here.
Mr. Lamb?
Here.
Mrs. Junker-Davis?
Present.
Mr. Stabell?
Here.
Mrs. Emerson?
Here.
Mr. Ziegler?
Okay, thank you, Carla. All right, Mr. Bueller, you have a presentation for us tonight.
If you don't mind,
No, we don't.
I'll make it brief. Paige, do you want to say anything? Making sure we cover all my bases here. Right. First off, I appreciate the opportunity to be here to speak on behalf of our outdoor track and field team, and appreciate all the support we've seen from forever for you guys. Really means a lot. We had 75 strong on our outdoor roster. We had 82 originally, but you know how that goes. So we ended up with 75, which is the largest we've ever had. That's a lot in the halls. That's a lot around our campus. We appreciate your support for making sure to find the bus, transportation, uniforms, etc. So the men's team did win their 6th consecutive outdoor track and field a title, which is amazing. Women's 2nd place. That's our women's best finish since 2008. Which is amazing. The women's team has only won one sectional title, 2001 by a half point. Half point in track is nothing. In 2001, it wasn't online and yet timing. Could you imagine waiting to the end, like, oh man, how are we going to split this high jump point? So the women were getting there, and the men were just going to keep on going forward. As you know, heading to states was Paige Harding, who we have here. We'll start with her. She's a junior. Like I was thinking for both Connor and Paige, like how do they find the time? She's number 1 in her class, which is obviously amazing. She has all our indoor and outdoor pole vault records. She's a 6-time individual pole vault champion. She's a 4-time GR All-Star. She's been to 5 state meets already, which is crazy. And even more crazy, it just gets more and more crazy, is she has the 8th highest vault in Section 5 history. 8th highest vault in Section 5 history. And she's only a junior, as you know, and I get a coach, she always says, Coach, I got all these coaches from D1 obviously want to talk to her, and it's like she can't come to practice late sometimes, because they're always gabbing kind of deal. So we congratulate Paige on a fantastic, and then then at the state meet, which was an odyssey. We've all been to long track meets, they're long in general. The track meet lasted 14 hours, like we got there at 9:30 in the morning we got there. We didn't leave till 11:30 at night. Rolled in at 1:30 in the morning with school van. Thank you for that. But it was well worth the wait. Paige became our fourth ever state champion. And OAE track and field from Mr. Bianco, Mr. Goldstein, we've been repping since way back then, and only 4th ever. 1999 was Jen Recke, if you remember her, awesome, fantastic girl. Went to SUNY Geneseo, became an All-American there. Then in the 2000 was John Williams, who's now coaching, we love that. In 2001 and 2002, winning 100 was Chrissy Wolcott, and now with Paige. So she's in fantastic company, and we could not be any more proud of her. Paige Harding! Once again, now we're moving on to Connor, the senior. I can't believe he is leaving us, which is not good for me, to say the least. So we've had indoor, started his sophomore year, So out of the 4 times 3 is 12. 11 out of the 12 varsity seasons, he's been with me, which I feel horrible for him. There should be a hotline for that. But and what an honor, great humility the whole time. Valedictorian, very competitive class. Valedictorian, he'll be giving the big address on that stage cut pretty soon. Going to D1 school, University of Buffalo. Aerospace engineering, I believe. He's not doing sports, management. He's a pusher for sure. And obviously, I love the cross country, indoor and outdoor is character building sports. All sports are character building, but there's something very blue collar. Well, cross country, indoor and outdoor, not a lot of fanfare, unfortunately. So we do, So I really appreciate the efforts, and it does definitely pay off. If I could real quickly just read you his resume, because we might never see this again. Right, he is our best distance runner of all time. For cross country, he's a 4-time conference all-star. He is a 4-time division winner. We won sectionals finally as a team this year, beating Arkport and 2 other small schools attached to them. He's a 2-time sectional winner. He came in first at the sectional meet twice. He's been to the state meet 3 times, which is crazy. And he's got second place, the senior. Second place is the best finish any man or woman has ever had in cross country. He's a 3-time all-section 5 all-star, meaning obviously sectionals, we all race at the same place, A, B, C, D's, and they look at all the time and they see how you do. He's been the top 30 from A's down 3 times. This year he was the 2nd fastest time of the day, his buddy beat him out just by seconds. He's a 2-time All-Greater Rochester selection, and he owns our McQuaid Invitational record. Cross country is tough. Every time we run our league meet back here, it changes. We got a new playground we got to work around. We're always moving things around. But McQuaid is like the standard. It's the largest high school race on the East Coast. Manhattan's the largest, but that's not put on by high school. So to take that record means a lot. In indoor, we've only had indoor for 3 years. He's been a 2-time all-league selection, 3-time team sectional champion. He's won 6 individual events for indoor. He competed at states for 2 years, and he owns our 1,000 record, mile record, and the 2-mile record. Now we'll go for outdoor. He's a 4-time GR All-Star, 4-time team division winner, 4-time sectional team winner. We would have definitely got 5. We were stacked for COVID. We were stacked. I was sending people online workouts. I thought we were going to come back. I was dropping T-shirts off to people, thinking we were coming back, but that's okay. I hold that one. I'll take it in my grave. League championship meets, right? We have a league championship meet at the end of the year. It's at Attica, because they had a really nice track. We're going to change that. He's won 11 league champion individual events. That means he's on the mile, he's going to win the mile. Here's an 800, he's going to win that 800. So 11 league championship individual wins. He has 12 sectional individual wins. And when he goes out there for a sectional race, a normal person wants, I want to get a good time. We can't afford him to have a good time because the next 45 minutes, I need him to run the steeplechase, which is 8 times round trip with steeple. The next half hour, you got to run a half mile. So he puts his personal ambition below the team because we are not winning sectionals unless Connor DeMoy runs 3 events for indoor, that's the max, or 4 for outdoor. And you can, the last event, he's barely got legs on. He goes, Bueller, yeah, we need you. So unfortunately, he cannot get those great times because he's doing it for the team. Other people are waiting all day. They got one event. They're waiting to get alongside Connor DeMoy because they're sitting. Because that team is going to try to win the team title. We're trying to win the team title. And he still beats those people who've been waiting all day for the one crack against Connor DeMoy. They don't get it. They have MVPs at the track meet for sectionals, like who scored the most meets. He's a 3-time recipient of that. He's been to the state meet twice his junior and senior years. He got 7th in the 2-mile, the whole state, 3rd in the 2-mile, 7th in the steeplechase as well. And he owns our mile record, our steeplechase record, and our 2-mile record. And I don't know how he all does this. He also got his associate's degree. He graduated already, I believe. College, associate's degree, got his GCC degree before high school. So it's humility that I represent both these, Connor and Paige. With Connor, he's been a huge part of our program since the day I met him. He's got a great support system at home. Coach DeMoy's helping us out in coaching as well. So I'm very honored that he represents every meet. He's wearing that OAE. It's going to be sad to see him leave, but the good thing is we'll be seeing his name on the record boards for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Connor, good morning. Last week I had 102 slide, Miller, can you believe it, 102 slides. I talked about every single student athlete, all 75 of them. 2 hours and 31 minutes, that's not bad. If Mr. Goldstein was there, it would have been longer, but that's 2 hours and 31 minutes. So, as I said at the banquet, I try to give everyone justice, because like people, what if people are going to see, I'm not the best, but they mean so much to the program. They mean so much to me over the years. I hope I gave Paige and Connor justice, and hope you guys get even a snippet of what they mean to our whole community. Thank you for your time. Any questions from them?
Paige, anything to say? You want to talk about your experience at all?
No, it's been great. Bueller's always supporting me and everything. I go to a club in Rochester 2 times a week, and I go to practice for a half hour, and then he's like, yep, I'll see you tomorrow, and just supporting me through that. It's been great.
Yes.
Connor?
Yes.
We're going to miss you.
Thank you to you guys. Supporting all these track activities. I know it probably isn't easy for you guys to approve trips to Saratoga Springs and all that, but we appreciate it greatly.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank you, especially you, Pete. Your energy, I'm tired. 12 minutes in. All day, I don't know how you do it. I'm worried about my son experiencing you early in the morning. I don't know. Right, Pete? So, like, at the end of the day, I think, a lot of these guys work really hard, without a doubt. But I think you're the impetus, and you have been. You've been a driving force for a number of years. I go back into my mind, and I can remember. I said I ran with Briss Robinson.
Yes.
But I really ran well behind him. And, he was a dominant runner, and Melissa, you remember Briss, and he was amazing. And then we saw Zach Hall, and I thought, man, this guy smoked Briss. There's no doubt in my mind that Briss and Zach went head to head, and now Connor.
Different level.
It's a totally different. So I can't even imagine, what you look like out there, and how awesome that is. Because those 2 guys, I always would just say, man, they're phenomenal, and so it's fantastic. And your name's going to stay up there for both of your names. You're going to stay up there for a very, very long time, and that's something that's super cool. And thanks, Pete, for doing what you've done.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Really.
Thank you.
Yeah, not many schools have you.
I don't think OAE could have any better 2 students representing us in
Amen.
states.
Amen.
You guys are, through and through, obviously fantastic athletes, but you're just fantastic human beings. So,
Yes.
Connor, we look forward to hearing all about you at UB. And Paige, you got another year.
Yeah.
I want to see some records, more records from you. So.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks again. Thank you. Your baby, yes. Okay, Paige, you've got to stay. On to the minutes. Be it resolved that the minutes of the May 14th, 2024 regular meeting be approved. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, guys. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Carla, any visitors requests tonight?
There's not.
Thank you. Under the approval of warrants, be it resolved that after an audit of the bills, payment of the warrants and internal claims, auditor reports be approved. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thanks, Matt. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Natalie. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. 5.2, be it resolved that the treasurer's reports for April 2024 be approved. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thanks, Matt. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thanks, Jeff. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 6.1, policy, it's number 3280, use of facilities. Be it resolved, the Board of Education approve policy number 3280, use of facilities, as written, along with the fee schedule attached for the 2024-2025 school year. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
The final line there, could we make it OAE or OA/OAE? I mean, football technically is OAE youth sports. I wouldn't wanna have someone down the line argue that. I mean, I know we all understand it, but.
Is it for the use of facilities draft yet, Jeff? or
Oh,
just
no, the other one, it's in yellow.
The
I read
narrative.
it.
He's referring to
Page
the last
5,
note on there.
last page.
That says
OA.
OA youth sports.
If we make this change, do we have to wait till next month to vote on this, prolonging the process for people, or no?
No, you can vote on it. I'd like to have this in place for
Okay.
the summer come
Great.
July 1.
Same.
If you wanna tell me what to add, and then I can go ahead and make that change if you're gonna go ahead and approve it. Jeff, are you suggesting that it says OA with a little slash and E, or, I mean,
I would say OA and then a slash and then OAE.
Yeah, because you want to distinguish it between OA for
Right.
the basketball youth program, like
And the Little
the
League.
Little League, and then OAE for the
Titans.
Titans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And cheerleading football.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I know we know what it means, but
Mm-hmm.
somewhere down the line.
Well, that's what it's about, right?
Yep.
so if I make the change and have OA and then slash OAE, youth sports are exempt from paying the above fees, I can do that.
You got it, sir.
Does that sound okay, Pete? Yeah.
Yeah.
Paige? Okay, throwing you in tonight. Get ready. All right. Let me get back out of this. Sorry, guys.
So with those changes, if you, wanna make a motion to approve it,
Yep,
we can do that.
sure. So, be it resolved that the Board of Education approve policy 3280, use of facilities, with the changes including that there is no fee for OA youth sports and OAE youth sports, along with the fee schedule attached for the 2024-2025 school year. Can I get a motion again?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thanks, Pete. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Alright.
Thank you. Opposed? Motion passes. All right. Christine?
Well, not a lot new. Budget passed last month, so we've now rolled the budget in and people are getting their purchase orders on for next year already. I was at the ASBO conference last week, covered a lot of great topics about state budget recap and some fiscal leadership stuff and using AI to hopefully streamline some stuff in district office maybe, bring that back and implement. And we're getting ready for the year-end audit. Year-end's right around the corner and auditors do their preliminary work next week, so starting right back in on the next season.
Well, thanks, Christine. I'm glad you get a chance to go to those forums. Jenna?
Obviously, as everybody knows, Paige Harding is the Division II state champion in the pole vault at 11.6, your personal best. I want to see 12 next year. But I can't wait to see the records that you break. And then obviously Connor DeMoy, being a senior, finished 7th in the 3,200 meter run. This was his second state meet, including cross-country and indoor track, as Pete had said. So, just again, we wish Connor the best at UB, and we get to keep you, Paige, for another year. Awesome. So congratulations on that. Thank you for representing us. And last Friday, the seniors had their senior breakfast. We also held a DWI simulation event for our juniors and seniors. I do want to thank our fire departments, both Oakfield and Alabama, for being there, and the Genesee County Sheriff's Office for organizing this event for our students. I do know it was pretty emotional. It was pretty impactful. There were also some adults that stayed with us after the breakfast. We invited them to stay, so they did too. And it was quite the scene for our students to witness. Of course, we had prom that evening. Everything went smoothly. I was there with, JC, Deputy Alejandro, and Mr. Peterson. I want to thank Trina White and Jeff Schlegenoff for organizing the prom. It's a beautiful venue out there at the Timber Lodge, and the seniors are headed to the beach tomorrow, so hopefully the rain holds off and the weather cooperates with them. And the last couple weeks, June Regents exams start this Friday, so the last day for the middle high school, with the exception of the 6th graders, is this Thursday. Next week, Wednesday, we celebrate Juneteenth, so there is no school for everybody. Next Thursday and Friday after Juneteenth are the half days for grades UPK through 6, with dismissal at 11 o'clock. The elementary field days is next Tuesday. The 5th grade moving up ceremony is next Thursday at 9:30. And the UPK graduation celebration is next Friday at 9:45 to end the school year for our little ones. The high school scholarship night is next Thursday evening, beginning at 6. And I just want to say that it's always great to be a part of that ceremony, to witness, all the scholarships and the monies and the awards given away to our students for all their hard work. And at the end of next week, we wrap it up with graduation on Saturday at 10 o'clock. Lots going on, but it's a fun time.
Lynn, Director of Special Education.
Yeah, so we are finalizing interviews for our special ed positions. And I'm working with the building principals on finalizing placements for teaching staff and students so that we can gear up for our summer curriculum work.
Okay, thanks. Connie, any updates?
Like John and everybody says, we're wrapping this year up. Middle school, high school wraps up a little faster than elementary, but MTSS is finishing up, doing the benchmark assessments. Pretty much done in this building. They're still gonna go on next week in elementary. That's always nice to see the growth that our students have made. And then, the long wait for those state assessments to come back. We're particularly interested in science because that was quite an interesting one this year. So, and then planning for next year.
Thanks, Connie. All right, Heather, no pressure, but it better be perfect. I'm teasing.
It's been a great entrance to my position. I'm super thankful for the admin team. They've been welcoming, really just helpful in the transition. Lots of fun events that I've been able to be part of to meet lots of people, families and community, not just the lockdowns and all those things, but like the family picnic and just seeing all the kids excited about the playground open and running, and it sounds like the weekends are just as busy with the community down there. So it's been great.
Yeah, you got pushed right in, didn't you? Day 2, I think you had the community event. That was crazy.
But it didn't rain on her first bike to school day, so that's
Right.
good enough.
Well, you're the jinxie. Are you
I
the
know,
jinx?
it poured the first year. I was sopping wet.
And relatively mild weather,
Yeah,
so it was great.
yeah, she's doing fine. No,
It's
she's
great.
good.
Well, thanks. You're still smiling, and I don't even know if
I'm
you're
so
faking it or
smiling.
not.
Everybody's made it really easy. Huge thank you to Lynn, who's been very generous too with her time and just, working alongside me to help make it a really smooth transition.
Thank you.
And I think it's good for the building because they're seeing that too, so it's helpful.
Yeah, I'm getting reports. You were in my daughter's classroom today. I think this is the 3rd time.
Try to get in every day to every room if I can.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. JC.
So I was lucky enough to be able to present our academic awards ceremony, award recipients at the banquet last week. It was great to be able to honor all the kids for their performances in their classroom. And we were able to do our final lockdown today. We got Mrs. Newton initiated into her very first use of our system. So she was excited about that this morning. And things are going well. We're looking good moving into the end of the school year.
Perfect. Thanks, JC. Let's see here, Rob.
Well, this morning.
Oh, I did it again. Did I skip? Hold on a second.
No, there's a missing.
Oh, it's Montrose. Matthew, this
I'm
is
double
not mine.
duty.
He wears a lot of hats now.
Matt,
You have the old copy though, it's changed on here. It does say that.
all set. Matt,
So I have two things. One.
we can hug it out in a second. It's gonna be neat. Oh, ooh, thank you.
I think I make this statement or this comment every year. It's really a thank you to Tracy Schlagenoff. Our field days are coming up this Thursday. It's a day that we take to just have fun and celebrate with our kids. I have kids that are seniors this year graduating from Pembroke, and they say, man, we don't do anything like that at Pembroke. And to have that day, I know our kids absolutely love it, but the reality is there is no such day without Tracy. She's a total rock star, so I start by thanking her. The other bit of news I want to share is our summer camp. We have done this now, I think this is year 3. We open it up for students, any students in middle school who just want to come and have some fun, but also kind of stay connected with us and kind of bridge the summer learning loss that can occur. So we opened it up the other day with an invite to families, and we already are up to 15 families. That's great. We hope to double that, and it's year 3 of our summer camp, so that's a cool thing too.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, Rob, sorry.
That's okay, that's okay. So earlier this week, we had, you guys remember Carrie Miller, who used to be one of our high school English teachers. She came here from Newfane with a couple of her staff members because we wanted to see technology in action. So it was a great way to see probably about 7 or 8 different classrooms in middle and high school, how they're using styluses, how they're using Chromebooks, how they're writing on screen. And the amount of times the staff would say, you can do that? Your kids do that? It was just good to hear, both from my end and from the teachers' end too. Because to our teachers, it's just a normal day. They were just doing their thing, they didn't prepare anything special. But just that acknowledgement of the things they work hard for each day, making the screencasts, putting them on Google Classroom, having the kids reply, looking at the analytics the next day. The teachers from Newfane were just like, how do you even get there? And we said, well, we've been doing this for many years now, but as long as you take little steps and you go out and see what other people are doing in the state and the country, whatnot, technology-wise, we can do that too. We have the tools to do it. It's just a matter of putting it into place. So I think that was really great for Carrie to come back and bring some teachers along with her to see that. And then related to that, just this morning, I was up in Rochester for our final tech coordinators meeting. And one of the topics we had was, how does the tech staff integrate with the curriculum staff, the administration, and the teachers? And it's great to hear, and I'm talking Genesee County, like local as far as regional in our area, the struggles and things people are having. I felt like we don't have that here. Like we can move forward with a new initiative, or we can change course and do something different without all the red tape in place. So that was really eye-opening and great to hear, especially to close out the school year, that we have what it takes to move forward and always do what's best in the interest of kids.
Thanks, Rob. That's kind of cool when other schools are coming and checking us out. That means we're probably doing something right.
Sure.
So thank you for that. I don't see Hannah Retreating here tonight. Mrs. Cesarano, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm doing well. Anything to report tonight, Mrs. Cesarano?
I just wait for the school to be done,
Okay.
enjoying the summer,
All right, it's getting close.
it's getting very
I
close.
can sniff it almost.
Yes.
Thanks.
That's not the summer.
No, is that right? No, you're good, Holly. Let's see here, whose tenure was that? All right, that's one striking sentence, 2 more. Paige.
Yes, I've got quite a few things, so I'll try
Okay.
to go through this nice and quick. Some things that kind of happened in between the last 2, we had the academic award ceremony for both the middle and high school, which was nice. I feel like there was more families there than there was in the past, so I thought that was pretty cool. We had the middle school and stuff finished up with state testing. The middle school had their spring concert, and so did the elementary school, so that's nice that they could have those. The Elementary Living Museum also happened. I know some high school students went down to go see their siblings, and I have some littles that I know down there that were all excited about it. The Seal of Civic class, which is new to the high school this year, a few of the students had some stuff to show to the high school students. So Piper Hyde had a sex trafficking awareness assembly in the high school, which was the same day as the Living Museum. And that was really cool to show for the high school students, especially how it happens in just our Genesee region, so that was pretty good to have. And then Kayla Calantonio had a mental health fair, so she had a few people come in, and it was just kind of set up out there in the middle of the day. And Jareth Arias Diaz had an immigration night to promote her project as well, so there's just a few students that did some things in our school for us. We had the DWI simulation the day of prom, and we had our prom, which unfortunately I couldn't go to because we had states that day, but that's okay. We have the elementary school playground, which I've heard lots about that from the littles I know as well. They're all excited about that. And then our spring sports wrapped up. It sounded like everyone had pretty successful seasons. And then a few upcoming things. We have senior graduation, regents exams, middle and high school field days, which, like Mr. Peterson said, are always a highlight to the end of the year. And that's pretty much it.
Thanks, Paige.
Yeah.
All right, on to new business. 8.1, our consent agenda, be it resolved that items 8.2 through 8.6 be approved by consent agenda. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thanks, Matt. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thanks, Pete. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thanks. Okay, 8.7, student ex officio candidate. Be it resolved that the Board of Education select and approve Alexis Smith as the student ex officio for the 2024-2025 school year. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, that was really fast. So it sounds like
I won.
Maria beat Jackie, and then Matt
Didn't even get the
seconded.
word out.
No, I know it. She's been waiting. To do that. So Maria, and then Matt was second. Any discussion? There's a big fight after these meetings all the time, so I have to make it clear. Yeah. So all in, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Jeez. Okay, my goodness. 8.7, and then on to, communications. Okay, Jeff, on behalf of John, on behalf of the board, and on behalf of the community, we'd like to thank you for your 10 years of service. I was thinking about it today and the last couple of days. You provide the board something very unique, and it's really hard to find, and it's institutional knowledge. And anybody can look up an event in history, right? You can find out, you can ask questions about, what happened, when did it happen, but you hold the context. For the last decade, you understand not only what happened, but the circumstances around it. And that context is extraordinarily hard to find when you've bridged from, I won't say the old board, but a board prior to myself, to the board we currently have, and provide us with that. And that ranges, most people, it's on there for sports. Not true. Not true at all. Not totally. But Jeff, for me, I'm very grateful that you have helped us with our SOAR agreements, and you provided that knowledge from the past to the present. You're also really good at being able to identify personnel. Where have they been in the past? Where are they now? Why? What are some strengths? What are some weaknesses perhaps that I don't know of, or the rest of the board doesn't? And I am gonna miss that. You catch little things that I don't necessarily. I've known you for I would say since you inducted me into the family in track in 1994.
That's great.
Right? Yep. First long distance runner into the family. But since then, you've always been a good friend of me, and I've always trusted what you've had to say, and you've never guided me in the wrong way, and you haven't since I've been here. You always pick up the phone, which I really appreciate. You always let me know if you can or you can't make it ahead of time without me having to wonder. And I'm very thankful. And Mallory, you got a tough spot to fill. But what's thankful, I'm also grateful is you're just down the road, and you're still in my phone.
Absolutely.
And you're not going to go away. So Jeff, I would like to give you a big round of applause. Jeff, I don't know if for a picture here, but I tucked my shirt. Oh, I didn't. Neither of us did. So here you go, Jeff. I thank you. I don't know if we have one. Okay.
Thank you. You got it, man.
Thanks. This is
Anytime, man. You got
noise do you make, Bill?
I think there's
You
a
know
chance he may just be collecting his awards, because he's concluded his service in the past.
Oh.
So
This is it. This is
I was wondering about that, does he have like a shelf?
Going back into retirement, I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna stay there. Somebody else's turn now.
And then we have another thank you too, from John and the board, and I think the student body. Paige, when you speak, I write notes and I think, how the heck does she know that? I'm the dad of quite a few kids throughout the course of this building, and I don't know how you that there's like the living museum, and then the kids are excited about the I don't know how you do it. And there's a format that you have, I've decided. You really do. You really do a nice mix of what's happening kind of socially within the school district, what's happening academically, and then what's happening in our athletics, which is pretty impressive. You really tie all three of those together, and nothing is ever missing when you present. And when you speak, you sound just as good as any one of us, if not better. You're articulate, you're to the point, and you do a nice recap in a short amount of time. And your attendance is I know you get frustrated with it, but when she's not here, she sends us an email, and she makes sure that we know. I work with a lot of adults, and they don't do that. A lot of us have coached different sports, and parents don't let the coaches know that they're not going to be there. They don't do that. So you're way ahead of, like, I don't know where you're supposed to. You're surely far ahead of where I was in 11th. This one was built in 11th grade. But thank you, seriously. And you're going to make it like Mrs. Yunker said that, boy, I hope that Paige has the opportunity to talk to Alexis before Alexis takes over, because you nailed it. You really have done a great job, and you've been a nice addition for us. So thank you, and I'd like to give Paige. No, you don't have to take a picture of me.
Oh, yeah, you can.
No. So here, Paige, here, just have my arm in there, and then. There you go, thank you. Oh, see, you're not even supposed to say this. Thank you for this opportunity. That's a great one. I'm gonna write that down so I know what to say. If I ever someone says something like that about me. Okay, thank you, Paige. Okay, no discussion, roundtable. Okay, on to personnel. Be it resolved that items 11.2 through 11.13 be approved via consent agenda. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thanks, Matt. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Nat. Any discussion?
Just thank you to these people for continuing to do this throughout the summer months. It's hot, it's busy, and they have a very short window to pump out a lot of meals. And they do it for the Park Rec program as well, and they even find a way to get it down there to the kids. So I just want to give a heartfelt thank you for all that they do this summer in the cafeteria.
Yeah, and I second that, Maria, and I also thank all the people that have signed up to want to coach or be grade chairs or do an extra position that they're not necessarily obligated to do. It's those extra efforts that I think make a difference in a kid's day's life. So thank you for that as well. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. That was through 11:13. Sorry, guys. Okay, 11:14, managerial contract for the 2024-2025 year. Be it resolved that the following 2024-2025 managerial contracts be approved as written. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thanks, Matt. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thanks, Pete. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 11/15, 2024, 20 through 2027. Ooh, Christine, I almost shortened you. The 2024. This is for school business administrator, Ms. Griffin. Be it resolved that the 2024-2027 school business administrator contract be approved as written. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thanks, Maria. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thanks, Matt. Any discussion? I just want to say thanks for continuing on with us, Christie. I really appreciate it and all the hard work that you've put in. Thank you so much. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, 1116, permanent recommendation for Melissa Snyder. Be it resolved that Melissa Snyder be made a permanent employee effective July 1st, 2024. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thanks, Jeff. Can I get a second?
Second.
Natalie? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Melissa. All right. Man, I can't read this person's name here for 10-year appointment. Is it Holy Hoodsons?
It's Hootson.
Hootson. All right. All right. You didn't get any marks between the first one and this one here, so you get this. Thank you. This is for 10-year appointment. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, John Fiskus, Holly Hudson be granted tenure effective September 1st, 2024. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Thanks, Pete. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Oh, we're gonna do this, Holly. We're
Oh,
gonna get
man,
after this
Justin.
kid. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I thought he was coming over here, it's her.
Wait, one for the family.
Oh, all right.
This, I better stop this.
Thank you.
There we go. There you go. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I know.
Okay, this is for 10-year appointment for Sean McNutt. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, John Fiskus, Sean McNutt be granted tenure effective September 1st, 2024. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of Superintendent of Schools, John Fiskus, Haley Massey be granted tenure effective September 1st, 2024. Can I get a motion?
So moved. Second.
Very quick. Any discussion?
We got it.
One.
That was,
Two.
yeah, it was
One,
tight.
two.
It was
Oh,
tight
okay,
there.
sorry.
Oh,
I thought it was Pete down here.
Oh, it's Pete down there. Oh, he's there.
Fight.
He's a
Arm wrestle.
dark horse down there. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. All right, now, let's see here. So, Mr. Peterson, you're gonna, if you don't mind, you're gonna have an assignment tomorrow. You're gonna have to give this to Mr. McNutt. I'll hand it to you after. And I'm gonna double check. Double check. Yeah, and then Mrs. Newton, this is gonna be for Haley, if you could do the same as well. Because I don't think my principal will let me do it myself.
Your baby. I can give it to her.
Oh, yes, maternity leave, sorry, yes, don't give it to her tomorrow, that might be extremely inappropriate, yeah. Yes, that's right. Yeah, maternity will get you. Okay, Carissa Santee, be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, John Fiskus, Carissa Santee be granted tenure effective September 1st, 2024. Can I get a motion?
So moved. Nope, that's
Second.
mine. Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Hey, congratulations. Man, it doesn't seem like 4 years. It's just super fast. Oh, here, whoa, here.
Natalie?
With Kate.
With Kate. Carissa.
Okay.
Mr.
We
Winter.
can, at the end, if you want to.
All right, be it resolved that upon the recommendation of Superintendent of Schools, John Fiskus, Corey Winter be granted tenure effective September 1st, 2024. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
These guys speak up.
Oh.
And any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. This is great. This is like a record. Thank you, Corey. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. That's right, that's right.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I don't think we've had this many tenures for teachers in a long time. I have to ask the institutional knowledge down there. But this seems like a lot of tenures.
That's you.
There's quite a
That's
few.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They usually were 3 or 4, 2 or 3, 4. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a good.
I don't
that's
know
good
if it's a
thing.
record, Justin, but.
Well, you'll have to look.
It's sheet cake worthy.
Yes, it's
That's kind of cool.
Okay, and,
I thought that was for me.
oh.
Got out pretty good.
Okay.
Just a little piece in that box over there.
Yeah, that's a put in the freezer. Point 22, resignation. Be it resolved that the board accepts the resignation of Sean McNutt effective June 30th, 2024. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay. All right.
No, you shouldn't.
Closing remarks. All right. Pete, any closing remarks tonight?
I'd like to give a shout out to our OAE trap team that shot at the States this past weekend. I think there was over 2,000 kids shooting, 15 kids. We didn't have enough kids for the modified and the varsity, but the varsity and JV, but the modified team took second in the state. So I thought it was really good. But, hopefully we get more kids to join that in the future. And
Yeah.
I think last year we finished 42nd out of the state for varsity. So we've got some.
Pete, who runs?
Rumball out of Oakfield, or Alba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice if we could promote that club some more and get those more interested in that. But it was pretty cool to see over 2,000 kids shooting over 2 days. I think there's 23 trap houses, and I mean, there's gunshots out there. It's pretty good.
Sounds awesome. And where did you say that was?
It was in Cicero.
Huh, that's super neat, super cool. Thanks, Pete. Natalie?
So, yeah, 6:43 tonight, my 9-year-old turned 10, so I
So
just
it's
wanted
just
to, I know,
beautiful.
well, it's 11. She's an overachievers.
Yeah.
Not a golden birthday yet, but she turned 10 today, so I had to leave her birthday to come here, and I couldn't be more elated to be with all of you great teachers. I made a comment to Pete today that sometimes we need to light a fire under our kids, and you teachers seem to light fireworks. So we have some of the best teachers and the best students, and it has just made for a beautiful season. Congrats to all the achievers from the middle school, the high school, the elementary, the teachers for Seabreeze, for the Music Fest, for all the sports. Just unbelievable what we have here at Oakfield, so thank you to all of you. My biggest excitement was the Seal of Civic Readiness. I got to participate in that, and what an amazing experience for those kids. So that program is absolutely wonderful. I see it going in so many big directions. I can't wait to see what the kids produce next year, and hopefully they take my advice and create a Hornet legacy. So what they presented on were some really cool research studies or like the mental health aspect, and I thought, wow, these kids presented on such a level. I was just at a hand conference in May, listening to researchers and doctors and surgeons, and their presentations were equivalent. I thought this was pretty amazing, but what could they leave here for us to keep it going? So Jareth had a great immigrant presentation, and I would love to see that be further established and be an OA legacy for her. And same with Callie and Piper, and just all the kids did such a great job. So I can't wait to see what comes for next year for them. That's about it.
Thanks, Dan. So, feeling wild card too. I think a lot of us this time of year, if you're in education, you get into checkbox mode where you're like, I've got to get this done, I've got to get that done, I've got to get that done, to close our classrooms down, to close our year down, to get yourself into the summer. I think as a parent too, you start to run from this event to that event and to the next. And I have to, and some of my colleagues, I have to remind that as frantic as it seems, you've got to step back and see what you've accomplished throughout the course of the year. So, those one or two kids that are driving me crazy every single day, look at where they started, look at where they are now. And it's a huge difference. You may not see it today, but if you could go back and you could look and see where they came in at, it's because of you. It's the 180, 182, whatever is in our contract, days that you've come in and you've worked hard and you've provided them with forgiveness, kindness, love, that they may not otherwise get. And for that, they're going to the next grade level a little bit better than they were when they first met you. So I'd like to thank all the teachers that are in our building, administrators as well, for giving that to them. And it's so important that they go home, and my kids, and I say this every time, my kids come home so happy. Literally, my daughter is a happy camper because she's doing I had to find a flashlight the other night because she's in a tent or something. And Mrs. Maxwell and Miss Williams' class, and Lauren just finished the Wolf unit. Thank you, Connie. And boy, did I go through that little workbook, and it looks wonderful. That's the science stuff is going on. Natalie did, and Nathan is. Things are wrapping up really well, and it's because of the efforts that you guys have put in. So, good luck for the last couple of days. They're going to be fast, but step back and reflect and think about all the great things that you've done. And thank you. You're up, Jackie. I'm going right down the line if you haven't figured out my wild card.
Okay, thought there was gonna be another,
No.
but simple and sweet. So, end of the year, concerts, awards. I applaud everybody for all their accomplishments. Athletes, Paige and Connor, everybody. Good luck pretty much to the students and the teachers the last, and administration too. Everybody's holding down the fort, so everybody just keep trudging along. But Jeff, appreciate your time, dedication, and we will probably reflect on your, what is that word you used for?
Institutional knowledge.
Yes, institutional knowledge.
Anytime, Jack, anytime.
I'm not sure if that's ever been used for you, has
Probably
it?
not.
Okay.
Probably not.
Mallory, welcome to, you're gonna have some shoes to fill here, and Maria, look forward to continuing serving with you, so good luck to everybody, and moving on, yeah, simple.
Congratulations to the tenured teachers. Thank you for the passion, energy that you bring to the building and for our kids. Thank you to Paige and to Jeff. Paige, you've done a fantastic job. So I see we'll be required now to have the student ex officio, so that's kind of interesting.
Yes.
That's a requirement coming for school boards, so you did a really nice job with that. Thank you, Paige, and thanks, Jeff, for the years that you've been with the board. Maybe we'll see you another year or two. Yeah, I think that's it.
Thanks, Maria.
All right, I had written some stuff down, because I had a few things. So, yes, Jeff and Paige, thank you for everything. I can remember being on the fence when I first thought about running, and you and I had a nice conversation, and you certainly held up your end of the deal, and you've been very supportive and very informative along the way, so thank you for that. Thank you to the community for the opportunity to serve again. Congratulations to track, the track team, and all of our, spring sport athletes. I had an opportunity to observe the DWI and fatality simulation that took place last Friday, I believe it was, and it was very impactful. Literally left with my sunglasses down because it's just so surreal to see all of that happening before you. So, thank you to the local EMS and fire departments that were able to come out, and, Mr. Monterey, I know you do a big part in the safety committee, and Officer Alejandro as well, so thank you for that. The lifeguarding course, I wanted to point out, I know we skipped over that, that's really cool. I'm excited for that opportunity here at Oakfield, that students can actually get their lifeguarding certification as a course here. So I did just want to point that out. Our tenured teachers, this list is super exciting, super encouraging, and like the future is just so bright here at OA, and our kids are so lucky to have all of you here. Thank you for your passion. My kids on a full week of school spend 35 awake hours with you. That's more hours than they spend with me at home when they're awake. So that means something, and there's a huge amount of trust and respect and gratitude that is placed into that. So thank you all for everything you've given our kiddos, and hope you get some great sun and rest and relaxation this summer. Yeah, and cheers to an awesome school year. Thank you.
All right, Jeff, last one, best one.
All right. I just want to say congratulations to all the spring sports and spring sport athletes and all the academic award winners from last week. It was very good, JC. Good job. You had big shoes to fill. Mr. Peterson had to be away for the night, but good job. It ran well, and congratulations to all the kids. Yeah, I do have to echo Natalie. That civic class, I know I was leery to take it, but holy cow, I was super impressed with all the kids and their presentations was very good. So, a public thank you to Tracy and to Pete for all the work that they did, and to the kids for the hard work that they put into that. Looked really good. Thank you to the community for letting me, help steer this ship for the last 10 years. Reach out, any questions, but going into retirement. Thanks.
Be it resolved that the Board of Education concludes the meeting at 6:58. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Matt. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
That's open. You already have it.
If you'll join us